Hi, this is James, and this video is to help you use Google Docs, as it's now called Google Drive. So this is a document I've just created in Google Drive, and as you can see, the format, it's very much like a normal word processor. So it's very similar to Word, but maybe just a simpler version, but it does everything that you need. So if I want to make something bold, I just can click here. If I want italics, underline, if I want to change the color of the text or highlight it, all these things are here and very simple to do. And I can also change the size of the font by clicking here and change the actual font if I want to. There too as well. Very simple. Now the reason I like to use Google Docs is because it's a very simple word processor that you can use, but also it's very good for sharing and collaborating. So I've got an example here of a bit of text that I wrote, and you can see that I've highlighted three things. And the reason I've highlighted those three things is because they're wrong. Actually, that's not wrong. Let's change that. Now it's wrong. So that's the reason I've highlighted them, but I haven't said what's wrong with them. I've just highlighted them. And the reason I do this with your homework is because I want you to have a second chance. Okay? So when you send your homework to me, and you can send your homework to me however you like, you don't have to open a Google Doc if you don't want to. You can send it to me in an email, or you can send it as an attachment, and I will upload it to Google Docs for you. But when you get it back, I will send you a link to this document, and you'll see yellow or maybe a different color where I've highlighted some things, and these things are where I want to give you a second chance. Okay, but I'm not going to tell you what it is that I want you to do. I just want you to try and do something. Okay, now maybe you can't, and that's okay, just leave it, but you can try. So for example, here on this text, see, I've used the word Korean, but Korea is a country, so it should be a capital K. And you'll notice I just highlighted the letter K at the beginning of the word, so that's a clue for you. That means that the whole word is fine. There's just a problem at the beginning. Another example here is I've actually highlighted the space between the words. So why have I highlighted this space? Well, there's nothing wrong with the word involved, and there's nothing wrong with the word completing. Those words are fine. But maybe there's something missing in the middle. Now it could be punctuation, or it could be another word. And many students often find that they leave out prepositions or articles or conjunction words that connect one part of a sentence with another. So this is probably what has happened if you see a space like this being highlighted. So here it says this involved completing words. It sounds okay, but what would sound better would be if I wrote this involved them, referring to the teachers I mentioned in the previous sentence, completing words da 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 da. Okay, then the final error here highlighted is the whole word words. I've highlighted the whole thing. Now that tells you that maybe well, it tells you that it's not a simple problem like the Korean where it's just the first letter. It's the whole word. So in this case, it means it's the wrong word. It shouldn't be there. And you saw that I changed this earlier. So this involved them completing words to describe their classmates, where it should say sentences to describe this. So it's the wrong vocabulary. It may not be the wrong vocabulary that is the problem with your text. It may be something else. But it's going to be something involving the whole word. Maybe one other example I could show you is if I change this, so you can see that I'm changing it, so you know what the problem will be. So I would highlight here. So you can see I've highlighted the final 3 letters of this word, tried. So I always tried to limit the activity, but I'm using the past tense there, and the past tense is not correct. It should be the present tense. But I haven't highlighted the T and the R because that's fine. It is the right verb. It's just in the wrong form. So it needs to be changed to try. So I don't mind if you leave the highlighted bits there. You see that the yellow is still here. That's fine. It can stay, or you can remove it. It doesn't matter. And so that's what I need you to do. So you received your writing back from me, because I will email you a link to this document, and then you receive it and you check the parts that are highlighted, and then you make the changes, and you've done that. So what do you have to do next? Well, the good thing for you is that you don't have to do anything, because it will change it for me, and I will know that you've changed it. Okay, and I'll show you how. I should also say that because you're using this in your web browser, in your Internet Explorer or Firefox or Chrome or Safari, it saves automatically, and you can see here at the top it says all changes saved in Drive, and it says there every change that you make is automatically saved in Drive. The last edit was seconds ago, so you don't have to worry about saving like you do with other applications. It will just save it for you automatically, so you're not going to lose anything. Okay, so you've received the document from me and you've made your changes, so now you are done. So I will know that you've changed it, because here is my list of all my documents that I have in my Google Drive, and you can see that the James homework there is at the top because it's just been changed. So if you change it, it will move to the top of my list, so I will know that you've changed it. And here it says last modified, and it will say your name or someone else's name here, so I will know that it wasn't me that did it, but it was you. So what happens next? Well, then I will check your corrections, and then I will give you some feedback on the writing, and I will write something down here and say, I will say, thanks James, great job. And I will add, obviously I'll add some more than that. Maybe if I have some tips for you, I will leave those as well at the bottom. And then that's it, we're finished. So it's very easy for you to do. And you don't have to worry a lot about saving, you don't have to worry about sending emails, and etc, etc. It's really easy for you. One more thing perhaps that you would find useful is that it's possible to leave comments. So if you highlight the word that you want to leave a comment on, and you can go to, at the top here, you can go to Insert and then Comment. There's also a shortcut on the keyboard, and you can leave a comment here. So if there's something that you want to tell me, and you don't want to write it inside the middle of your text, you can write it over here in the comments window and say, sorry, I don't understand. And then I will see your comments from you. It will have your name there, and I will know that, well, whatever it is that you want to tell me. Okay, that's it. Just one more thing. If you are someone who's good with technology and you're feeling confident with this, when you create the homework the first time, you can go to your Google Drive and create a new document, and then you can share that document with me if you wish. That would be the easiest thing for me, but I don't mind doing it if you want me to. So to do that, all you have to do is create a new document in the Google Drive, which is very simply by just going create and then here document, and it will open a blank document. And you can send the document to me by clicking on the share button here in the top right corner, and it opens a window, and you can add my email address here and share and save that with me. Make sure that I'm able to edit, not just to comment or view, but I can edit the document as well. And that's all you have to do and that will send me an email so that I know you've done your homework. And it's as simple as that. If excuse me, if you have any other if you have any doubts or any questions, then feel free to send me an email or ask me in class. Okay, thank you.